and gentlemen, it's the Big Jiu-Jitsu Show, a member of the Pod Bros Podcasting Network. Go to podbros.com, check out some of the other shows they have. Don't forget to go to bigjujitsu.com. There's an Amazon banner at the top. You're going to want to train with gear, so buy gear, but go through our page first, get some, helps us out so I don't have to mortgage my house 7,000 different times in order to pay for this podcast. So I'm Rob the Lord Humongous, and today I'm joined by two very special people. So first, we have the man who writes all the articles on our pages, and I say he's doing a pretty good job of the memes as well right now. If you are currently listening to the podcast, you've probably seen one of the 3 different memes that he put up about Royce Gracie or Kimbo Slice. So on our show, we have Jonathan.
Yep. Jonathan the man.
Indeed. So also on our show today, we have our unpaid intern, huge pain in the butt, Matt.
Aw, thank you. Thank you.
So I guess, yeah. So
it's a nice pain in the ass. It's cool.
That's true. So let's go ahead jump right into it, because I know we were talking about it right before we started recording. This last Bellator event, what the hell happened?
Best event ever.
What didn't happen is the question.
Yeah.
But
UFC 200 has a lot of competition.
Yeah. What didn't happen was entertaining fights.
Well, for the hype that was built up between Kimbo and Dada5000, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a barn burner instead of, just a really small gas tank fight.
Yeah.
What it reminded me of was 2 fat old men out in a parking lot after a bar brawl over some hooker that they couldn't pick up. And one of them had a little too much to drink.
Oh yeah, definitely. The last part of that fight where Dada5000 was on the cage and came forward. They look like those hits look like they hurt, but at the same time, I was kind of like, Jesus, how long has this fight been going on? Like 5 years or some shit? Like this?
Yeah, it felt forever, dude.
I was like, it's gonna be summertime by the time this fight ends, but.
The next fight I want to watch is Gabby Garcia versus Dada5000.
And I think Gabby...
They have the same fighting style, though. Just close your eyes and swing for the fucking fences. And it seems to work for them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'd like to think Gabby has a better gas tank than Dada5000 does.
Yeah, but Gabby also throws like freaking windmill punches.
Yeah. I'm surprised Dada5000 had the fucking energy to get to the ring. I mean, Jesus Christ. It looked like he was asleep before he even stepped out there.
Well, say in all fairness, didn't look like he had the energy to walk out of the ring either, but because they had to carry him out in a stretcher.
Oh my God, yes, that's ridiculous, dude.
Like, I mean, I hope he's all right, but fuck, man. That's bad. Real bad.
Did you hear what they were saying before he walked out? Like, you know how they're hyping up the fight before the fighters walk out towards, like, the cage? That they're saying that Dada's 2 fights, his 2 opponents that he last fought, he's 2-0, well, 2-1 now. But the last 2 guys he fought before entering Bellator had a combined record of 1-16.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Can you believe that?
I mean,
I had to rewind it just to hear that again, but it's right. 1-16.
That's wow. Wow. Because did you guys watch the documentary Dogfight?
Yeah, I did. It was a good one.
Jonathan,
and I really did like it.
Okay,
I enjoyed Dada5000 in that. I mean, he had a really good, mindset, and like he was really might actually be something. But I've been wrong before.
You and me both. I was gonna say Because in Dogfight, they're hyping him up like he fought somebody once and just fucked his face up real bad. Not him, but he fucked the other guy's face up so bad. So he doesn't want to fight anymore. And I'm like, shit, man, this might actually be pretty good to see him in the ring. And
yeah, especially when they're like expanding their history about him and Kimbo. I mean, that was pretty interesting too, but yeah.
I will say, though,
speaking of Kimbo, did you see that? Towards the end of it, Dada just kind of lays his arm over the back of Kimbo Slice and kind of holds it around his head like they're, lovingly holding each other. And then Kimbo just kind of falls to his knees and And then Dada just falls over on his back like a dog waiting to have his belly scratched. And it just seemed like it was this motion constantly. Like, okay, I'm going to lay down, Kimbo. All right, buddy. Rub my belly.
All right, belly.
Well, I was going to say, I think was way more entertaining than the fight itself between Kimbo and Dada5000 was the press conference between Kimbo and Dada5000 that happened the day before. Did you guys see that? Holy shit. So,
I saw it. It was funny.
So pretty much the last 5-minute exchange between Kimbo and Dada5000 was eventually Kimbo stands up and says, "I bet my nuts are bigger than yours," and starts like undoing his pants. And they're like, "No, my nuts are bigger than you." Like they're arguing about whose nuts are bigger. And there's Kimbo undoing his pants, and right, like I'd say a good foot away from crotch level is Hoist Gracie. So Kimbo's undoing his pants, talking about, I'll show you my nuts are bigger, and Hoist is just laughing, but looking forward because I think he's like
scared.
I was like, no, not scared. More like, dude, I don't want to turn around. There'd be nuts in my face because that's pretty much what would have happened if
he might have messed around and ended up with something in his ear if he wasn't careful.
Hoist is like, I've seen enough papayas in Brazil. I don't want to see that shit.
But dude,
oh man.
The Hoist Shamrock fight though, like Shamrock needs to stop. It's time for Shamrock to stop. Just stop.
Damn, dude.
Honestly, without offending 1,000 people here, I think they both need to stop.
Oh yeah.
It's. I mean, that was the whole point. And please stay tuned for Hoist Gracie versus Shamrock 4.
Now I know, like we had mentioned before that Hoist has some tax issues going on, and I'd really like to think that wasn't the reason he took this fight. But
I feel like if the IRS was watching that fight, they might let him get away with it.
Yeah, they're like, wow, we feel bad for you, man. Sorry.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to pressure you. We'll call it even. Just don't ever do that shit again.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, like, to me, I think, like, Hoist looked good for what he was doing. Shamrock, though, this has been how many fights in a row that he's just not lost, but have just, like, almost looked like he didn't even try.
That nut shot was about 6 inches shy of even brushing a breeze past the nut. I mean, Jesus Christ. If you're just like, all right, I got to breathe, I'm going to dive and say that my nuts got hit. Well, that's the reason why they have cameras. The shot that I seen, the slow motion shot where he got hit in the nuts, quote unquote, then he bends over. Well, there was no way that there was a nut shot there. No, yeah. I didn't see it.
Well, there was a nut shot first, though, because they did a review over and over again. But it's Ken's fault because he reacted too late. Like, he didn't react fast enough. He was still in the fight, and then when he gets kneed in the head, you're right. He's like, "Oh, my nuts, my nuts." Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's his fault. He reacted late.
When they're doing the walk around, Hoist has got his arms over the edge of the cage, and they're doing the review of the fight. You can hear Shamrock in the background. "He hit me in the fucking nuts, man."
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think he took that shot to the head, and it fucking hurt. And that was the only thing that he could possibly think to do was grab his dick, because why not? I mean, who's to argue with it?
Dude, I'm surprised Life Alert or Extends was not a proud sponsor of this Bellator event.
Oh my god.
Or double AARP or whatever you call those things.
How about AARP there, guy?
AARP, there you go.
Let me enjoy my retirement benefits, you asshole. It means I can get my 10% off at KFC for senior citizens discount, and my
hell yeah,
my fucking oil changes are half off, so I'm enjoying it.
Hell yeah.
Man, dude. All right.
Fuck. Man.
I think I'm going to go to the nursing home today and just see if I can recruit the next session of fighters for Bellator.
I really think Bellator is probably going to be reevaluating their fight cards. Like Hoy, I would have liked to seen something different with Hoist. Like if they could have gotten Sakuraba, I think that would have been a good one. But that would have been what? Sakuraba versus Hoist 3. But I think just Shamrock was probably just easier to get. They're like, yeah, you want to fight? You want to try again? Oh, of course. You know, those last like 10 fights I've done since 2005 where I won 2 of them. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know, honestly, I think the only Gracie fight this is going to sound a little bit off, but the only Gracie that I think would still be interesting in the ring or in the cage or whatever the hell you want to call it, is Hickson, man. I still think that he'd come right out of the freaking woodwork and destroy anybody who comes in front of him.
I agree that he would do that, but I really think Henzo would also be able to get in there still.
I think Henzo just has a lot of injuries still, though. Like right now,
Henzo's hurt. He's had so many things broken, and I don't know that his body would hold up.
True. Well,
his body's pretty deteriorated.
So we could just see Hicks and Gracie go 401-0 in fights, but no, I mean it's like I think Hicks for the old school guys, because obviously you got Kron coming up, you got some of the other Gracies looking to do an MMA or currently in MMA, but I mean like the last kind of generation of the Gracies, like I can see Hickson still doing something. I really like to think Henzo would still be able to do something. That's just like I want to see that happen. But
I think Henzo could shut whoever down that he wanted. I don't think he would have to stand toe to toe with anybody, no. But I think with the amount of problems that he has had, I think it'll do more damage than it will good. But I think he can shut people down. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can at least agree with that then. But damn it, I still want Henzo fought. I just want to see him just beat somebody's ass.
No, man. Fight Pass, Pride Days. Just look it up.
What do you mean Pride Days? Like he was still killing it in Pride, man.
Yeah.
But so there was an interview that happened not too long ago. Am I killing your current events, Matt, or what?
Wait, what? Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
What?
Because I'm about to talk about the Ronda Rousey interview.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't.
I did hear about that just this morning, actually.
Whoa, what, just this morning?
I know. Yeah. Okay, go on. I know what it is. It's about the comments. Yes, I heard about that.
All right, so pretty much Ronda Rousey did an interview on TV. Was it the Ellen Show or something? I'm gonna say Oprah.
The generic.
It was like
Oprah.
Oprah.
3 things.
Yeah, the Ellen DeGeneres Show, talking about how, what was it? She got knocked out. And she
I was in the hospital and I just wanted to kill myself because I suck now because everybody thinks nothing of me. That's about it.
Yeah, well,
that was a great impersonation.
Well, my whole thing is like, we'll back this up. Suicide, big deal. Suicide is a very big deal, and my stance. Like being in the military, the whole people supporting Mission 22 veteran suicides a day. Not something to joke about, right? So, with that being said, I think Travis Brown's sitting at home right now because she did say something that would, the whole don't stick your dick in crazy, blah, 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 that whole thing. Awful advice, first of all, because it's not fun. Second of all, she said, I looked up and I saw my man and I knew I had to have his babies or something like that. I was like, Jesus Christ, this woman is crazy.
Damn.
And I'm sure Travis Brown was like, what the fuck have I done? What have I done?
I'm pretty sure he probably ended it as soon as that interview was over.
Like, hey, that's really good. Babe, I'm glad you got your, your emotions out, your feelings. I think we're not going to be working out. It's not me, it's you.
He's probably like the model chick I beat up. She wants to get back with me.
Allegedly, don't get. Hey man, people are actually recognizing us, so we can get sued. So allegedly,
there you go.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. But
I can't believe she said that.
Oh, it was wild. Like, I think but then it's funny because she was also saying like, well, people on the internet are so mean, and I immediately think back like all you've done for a good while is just talk shit about the people you're fighting, and not even like I'm gonna go in there and beat them. It's like, you know, what is it called? Holly Holm, some fake ass bitch or something like that.
Yeah.
Fake, do nothing, bitch.
Yeah, fake preacher's daughter, something like that, and you know it backfired on her. I mean, you can try to go the Conor McGregor route, but like Conor McGregor is the master of that. You can't just be evil and spiteful, I guess.
Like, you know what, man? Holly Holm would have gotten the same medicine, though, if she would have lost. And that's something Ronda needs to realize, is that all her past opponents that she's beaten, like from Besh Correia, Kat Zagano, Miesha Tate, dude, they've all made crazy memes about their losses. The internet was bashing them and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she can't be crying over something like this, dude. Like, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, like that one of, like, Betch did say some fucked up stuff.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, you're right. About her dad, I think, right?
Yeah, because it's the same thing. Her dad.
And that's the bullshit that pisses me off, is that supposedly she says this shit about her dad, who committed suicide. And this pisses Ronda Rousey off. So much so that after she gets her ass handed to her in a basket, she's going to say, I'm sitting in the hospital and thinking about killing myself. What the fuck are you doing? I mean, there's two different lines there. Whenever you're going to get all defensive about someone talking about someone's suicide, and then wait until after you get your ass beat and tell everybody that you want to commit suicide, that's not right. I mean, that alone is just all publicity. She needs some fucking money, and she wanted to raise someone's hairs.
Yeah, well, it worked because a lot of people are kind of not really accepting it. They're like, nah,
no,
bullshit, nah.
Yeah, dude. Like, what I saw, like this meme where where it's her crying. You know, it's that interview. I saw it this morning, and it goes back to, it's like, the reason I won't forgive Ronda is because, one, she never shook Misha's hand after the fight. What was it? 2, she was flipping off Miesha when they were doing that rock climbing thing in The Ultimate Fighter, and just some other numerous things that she's done. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like getting a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah.
You talk shit, get hit. That's all it is.
That's exactly what it is. It's karma. I mean, you can't be that way for that long and not get anything back.
No, not at all. So let's move on topics, because I feel like we've done enough shit talking to Bellator. We've done enough shit talking about Ronda Rousey. I'd like to talk about some training experiences I had this week.
Oh yeah,
because I know my students are listening right now. Because they're like, "Oh, you do a podcast?" This is a while back. I said, "Yes, absolutely," and then they started listening to it, so I got to talk about them. So Eddie, who's a white belt at the gym in Kaiserslautern, okay. Well, let me back up this whole story. I do this a lot. I just want to tell the whole thing, get the setup. Like, maybe I'm a really shitty storyteller. I don't know, but
no, you're good, man. You're good.
So this past, do what?
Quit sucking up, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
We work for free, man. You ain't gonna get any more pay out of this.
Hey, I was gonna say, you gotta do that. You gotta backtrack like that Quentin Tarantino screenplay stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my life is. Actually, I take it back. I'm glad my life is not a Quentin Tarantino movie, because it'd be all sorts of fucked up. So we had class on Thursday, and one of the guys I train out here in Wiesbaden, Will, came with me, and we're like, hey, we had 5 people rolling, which is great, good old fashioned jiu-jitsu hardcore time, and during one of the rolls, Will accidentally caught Brian with a knee in the mouth. And Brian's relatively new to jiu-jitsu. And first of all, I've never seen this dude complain about anything. Like, aside from the one time he's like, yeah, I think my ribs are bruised and I probably should take a week off. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably a good idea to do that. So he got hit, and he rolled over on his knees and held his hands over his mouth. sits up and there's just blood like pouring out of his mouth.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I'm like, Will is sitting there like with his mouth open, almost frozen. Like I didn't mean to do it, and like, hey, it happens. It's an accident, right? Well, it knocked 2 of Brian's teeth loose and pulled them forward. So I'm like cleaning out his mouth. The bleeding stopped, so I was like, that's probably a good sign. And he went to the dentist, and his message said like the orthodontist thinks he'll be fine, but if anything, they'll just hit him with a root canal, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, and then the dentist said, we should have tried to push them back into place. I told him like after the injury, I was like, dude, teeth freak me out. I'm not like, I don't want to mess with that. So, so I read that. I got like, my stomach kind of did like that weird like twist. I'm like, think about pushing somebody's teeth back into place. So, anyways, while I'm helping Brian clean up and checking it out, somebody says, Rob, trying to get my attention. I look over and Eddie is on the mat on his back, like not moving. And I'm like, oh shit, what happened? He's like, well, I was choking him and he didn't tap.
Oh Lord.
So fucking Eddie gets put unconscious. And I'm like, man, this is how much time we got left in class? Oh, 45 minutes. That's great. So let's keep it. What else can happen tonight?
I would never make that statement.
No, well,
what else can happen? Ow!
Yeah, exactly. No, well, I didn't say that out loud. But what was good was it took like 5 minutes to get Eddie woken up, and Sam, the guy who owns the gym, he was like, "It's okay. That's martial arts." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it is martial arts, but." Yeah,
did he just not tap because he was being stubborn, or did he not tap because he didn't feel like he was being choked?
He said, I talked to him. He asked me, he's like, have you ever been put out? I said, yeah, absolutely. He said, did you think you were going to get put out? I was like, nah, not at the time. And, when I woke up and realized I got put out. So he's like, I think it was kind of the same thing. I didn't think I was going to get put out, but.
Well, I mean, I know I'm pretty sure most of us, just about anybody who's listening to this podcast, has had that stubborn training partner that just wouldn't tap. That they're like, all right, so who cares if I go to sleep? Maybe I can get out in that last second. But I don't understand that. How many brain cells does a person lose every time they get put to sleep?
Honestly, don't think it's that many. Like I think I'd be more worried about getting hit in the head than I would be just getting put to sleep. That's an interesting question, actually. We should probably look that up.
Concussions, man, like it's bad.
Like what type of damage you can do to yourself just getting choked unconscious?
Well, I mean, because whenever you get choked, it's lack of blood supply to your brain.
Yeah.
I, myself, have not been put to sleep. But I'm not afraid of tapping. I'll tap. I don't care if it starts to. I have been close. I mean, I've seen birdies, but I've not been choked out. But it doesn't mean that much to me.
Oh no, no. I mean, I'm all about tapping early. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like shit. What the hell am I going with this? Look, I'm not afraid of tapping, but there are a couple times where I didn't think I was going to be like put to sleep, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. And then just my buddy's, shaking me like, hey, you good? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got put to sleep. That's crazy.
Well, my instructor, he does this variation of a cross collar choke, where instead of reaching your hand in palm up, he just puts his thumb in the back side of your collar. And he just kind of puts a small amount of pressure and pulls on your opposite side of the lapel straight down. I mean, it's the slowest, most time-consuming choke I've ever felt in my life. But it doesn't feel like you're going to sleep. And then that last second, you're like, oh, crap. With a choke like that, I can understand. But a straight cross collar, you can feel that pressure. And a lot of times you can kind of feel yourself about to go to sleep, but I don't know. I just don't see it as being that important to try to fight your way out.
Yeah.
To go to sleep.
All right. So I looked it up. You guys ready for a pretty enthralling article?
Yes.
All right, here we go. The mechanics behind chokeouts are disputed. It has been explained as resulting from directly constraining blood flow to the brain. A competing theory involves compression of the baroreceptors of the carotid artery, confusing the body into thinking blood pressure has risen. Due to the baroreflex, this causes vasodilation, or widening of the brain's blood vessels, intended to relieve high pressure. Since no blood pressure increases actually occur, the dilation causes a dramatic decrease in blood pressure to the brain, or brain. Fuck, I can't even pronounce that word. Ischemia.
Big fucking word.
It's a medical term. However, let's get to the most important part. Chokeout should not be confused with erotic asphyxiation or the feigning game.
Oh shit!
And for Wikipedia's sake, let's read erotic asphyxiation. The sexual practice is variously called asphyxiophilia, autoerotic asphyxia, hypoxiphilia. The term autoerotic asphyxiation is used when the act is done by a person to themselves. David Carradine. Colloquially, a person engaging in the activity is sometimes called a gasper. The erotic interest in asphyxiation is classified as a paraphilia in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the American Psychiatric Association. So let's go back to the other one. Dangers. There is a debate over the dangers of chokeouts. After 4 to 6 minutes of sustained cerebral anoxia, permanent brain damage will begin to occur. But the long-term effects of a controlled chokeout for less than 4 minutes, as most are applied for mere seconds and released when the unconsciousness is achieved, are disputed. So they say it's never safe, even if it's minimal, causes some death of brain cells. There's always risk of short-term memory loss, hemorrhage, and harm to the retina, concussions from falling when unconscious, stroke, seizures, permanent brain damage, coma, and even death.
And to join your nearest jiu-jitsu studio, please call 1-800-GO-TO-SLEEP.
Yeah, no shit. Like, it's going to happen. Like, as long as you're not going to every class and getting put to sleep. 4 minutes, though, like, I'd hope after 4 minutes somebody realized that somebody's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that shit would... That's trust in your partner.
I myself don't think I could hold a choke that long. I mean, it takes some... You know, especially a gi choke like that, it takes a little bit of grip strength to hold that. 4 minutes?
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Imagine?
That's when you start getting like into real bad brain damage. But that's so now we can dispute all these movies where the guy like puts a sleeper hold on people and they die in seconds or crazy.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That would never happen in jiu-jitsu.
I've said that before. My wife's like, "Shh, stop. It's a movie." Damn. So there you go. Listen, hear that, Eddie?
Bit of medical education.
Yeah, no, I'm not even a doctor. I'm like that 18-year-old kid who pretends to be one.
Yeah, dude, it's not a shame to tap, man.
Yeah. All right, so Matt, what do you got?
Rob the new Doogie Howser.
Yeah, I'm a little too old to be Doogie Howser. I'm not quite as smart either. So, all right, Matt. So let's hear these events or current events for MMA, BJJ, and then just the fun one. What do you got for either of them?
Oh, for the BJJ one?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, man. It's actually an opinion article from Bloody Elbow. It's talking about how this new generation of fighters we're either getting really, really technical strikers in MMA, and it's talking about how grappling and jiu-jitsu is kind of deteriorating. And this guy, the author of the article, he's pretty much saying that if grapplers really want to succeed in MMA, that they need to put like 100% of focus in grappling. They could train their striking, but if they really need to go to their bread and butter and not change up their game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I've been saying that since day one. If you try to change your game to fit the person you're fighting, you're going to lose.
Yeah, like, man, it's crazy. Like, he talks about, like, he compares guys to, like, for example, the Predators, who are, like, the very successful grapplers in MMA, would probably be Damian Maia. Even though Maia has focused on his striking over the past couple fights, you know, he hasn't really looked too good. He even admitted that focusing on his striking made him a worse fighter than what he was, you know, starting out with his bread and butter grappling. So, I mean, I mean, that's what it says. I mean, look at Ryan Hall. He did not throw one single punch in that tough fight. I mean, people might think, oh, that fight was shit, but no, dude, it was impressive in my opinion. I mean,
he didn't throw a punch or get hit by one.
No,
yeah, it was very, very impressive.
Well, that's the type of stuff we need. Like, for the jiu-jitsu community, that's the type of stuff we need. We need to see people with high-level grappling. You know, there are some guys out there, but like Ryan Hall, he's just a straight jiu-jitsu guy, started doing MMA, and he's made, like, huge waves. You know, how many people, like you said, how many people you think are going to start running and doing jumping, rolling into heel hook position?
Yeah.
You know, shenanigans, but
the only exceptions they made about like a grappler that's complete everywhere is probably just Jacare, because man, Jacare's just slick on the ground.
Jacare could be good at whatever he wants to, actually.
Yeah.
He's just that type.
And to rewind back to what we was talking about earlier, this Royce Gracie and Kim Shamrock fight really hurt jiu-jitsu. What the people needed to see for a jiu-jitsu standpoint was jiu-jitsu work.
A submission.
Instead what they seen was a bullshit whine because you took a hit to the face and no groundwork at all. That hurt jiu-jitsu. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, think about it. You got the very first UFC champion out there fighting. And the very first representative, true, United States representative of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And the fight ends with a knee to the face and a hammer fist to the side of the head. That's, in my mind, that hurt real bad.
I think that maybe for the last, like you said, the last generation, those of us who saw the first UFCs are like, oh shit, what's this crazy guy doing on the ground? That's wild.
Right.
Like, that's good for that. But I think Ryan Hall has the potential to be like Royce for this generation.
Yeah, but look at the amount of people that watched the Ryan Hall situation compared to how many people watched Royce Gracie in his coming up years. It's completely different. I mean, whenever somebody sees anybody in 50-50, you can say that. If somebody's in 50-50, either in a jiu-jitsu tournament or in an MMA match of any sort whatsoever, it's boring as shit. Ryan Hall he pulled some shit out. I mean, he's awesome at the leg game and all that stuff, But
yeah,
as a norm, when somebody sees two guys sitting in 50-50 position, it's boring as hell. So I can say yes, Ryan Hall did a whole lot of good for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because he did, but I can also say that he probably lost a lot of people, that was watching that fight because they didn't see the technical ability that was within them.
What I think he would actually have to do, now that I think about it, he's going to have to beat somebody big with just jiu-jitsu like that.
Yes, like Royce did with Chemo.
Exactly. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think if we need to get this generation's iteration of like a Royce Gracie, Ryan Hall needs to keep working. He's doing what he's supposed to, obviously. And when he gets to that point, and if he 50-50s, hell, I don't know.
That's what this article's stating too. I mean, they're saying that grappling is deteriorating. Like high-level grappling is apparently deteriorating in high-level MMA. So that's what he's saying. He's like, focus on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, focus on grappling, mainly focus on your bread and butter.
Because the only thing that these fans want to see is a bunch of freaking people beating each other stupid. That's all they want to see. They don't want to see the technical aspect of fighting. All they want to see is this guy get his freaking teeth knocked down his throat and fall over like a drunk guy in a bar.
In my opinion, securing a submission, dude, is the most technical, most artful work you'll ever see, dude. Like, I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely.
I think
grappling, MMA,
it's stand up and walk away. That's amazing.
I think there's a place for both. Absolutely. So, like, we'll say like the Robbie Lawler, Roy McDonald fight. That was...
Oh, man. Bloodbath.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath, but it wasn't two guys swinging for the fences. No,
right.
It was extremely technical and it was beautiful. However, I also, because I like jiu-jitsu, if I see these two guys have a straight up like grappling match in the UFC where they're trying to punch each other at the same time, I'm going to be super excited. However, I get it because A lot of people have been conditioned to be like, oh, well, these two guys just laying on the ground kissing. Nah, who gives a shit? Like, to me, he's controlling the fight. He's doing what he wants to, and he's going to win. So
Yeah,
that's why it's entertaining to me. But the majority of the MMA fans are just casual fans. They're not people who train.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't even know like what's going on, especially, they don't know what positions are going on and stuff when the guy transitions to one position or another. Like, they don't know that. They just want the fight standing up, just like Jonathan said. They want teeth being knocked out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love that too. I like to see knockouts. I'd love to see all that.
Oh, but I mean, like, if you ever have gone to like a Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters or whatever, insert local sports bar here, and been there with the UFC on, it is hair pulling, like that's how frustrated I get. Like, I just want to rip all my hair out, and I got to hold on to all of it because I'm starting to lose it. But I remember, who was it? I remember Matt Hughes was fighting. This is a long time ago. And I can count on my hand how many times I've gone to one of these things out in public. And some guy was just screaming arm triangle throughout the entire match. I mean, they're like standing, moving back and forth, and this asshole is screaming, arm triangle, arm triangle. I did talk to him afterwards because I was wearing my sweet Team Rock shirt, plug for all the guys in North Carolina. And he came up, he was like, oh, hey, you train? I'm like, yeah, I do a little jiu-jitsu, a little Muay Thai. He's like, yeah, man, I'm actually going up to so-and-so to try out for the Ultimate Fighter. I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. Like, where do you train? He's like, well, I don't train. I teach myself in my garage. Like, dead serious. Fucking serious when he said this.
Oh, well, good luck to you, my friend.
Yeah, no shit. He's like, oh, I train myself in my garage. I'm like, oh, okay, man. Like, I remember starting in the third floor of somebody's house, and, he was a brown belt, so whatever. It's like, have you had any fights? Like, what's your record? He's like, well, I'm 0-0, amateur and pro, but, I like to fight people, at parties and stuff. I'm like, that's sweet, man. Good luck to you. I wish you the best. And, and that man's name, Stephen Bonner. No, I'm joking. That's bullshit.
Oh, I was like, oh, nice.
Nah, I'm lying, man. No, but that's seriously how the conversation goes. And, that's probably one of the rare guys as well who's going to just, yeah, I saw UFC once or twice and blah, 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 blah. And, that's great. Like, you will occasionally run into people that are just full of shit as well.
Oh, yeah.
I call them the Napoleon Dynamite of MMA. You ever take it over any sweet jumps?
Yeah. No,
you ever punch someone so hard that their butthole turned inside out? I did it once.
Yes, that's amazing. No, there's a kid back home. So this kid, I'm gonna save his name to protect him from trying to call me, because he's gonna be like, I know that guy. Anyways, we did Taekwondo together, and this also, by the way, our listeners out there, if you know of a fake black belt who you think would do an awesome job on this show and get called out on the air, send us a Twitter message or a Facebook message. We won't tell them who it was that sent us to them, but we will get them on the show. We'll go as crazy as we can, and then we'll just try to debunk them being a black belt. Now, in all fairness, don't do something dickish like send me, Hicks and Gracie's phone number or something. I think this guy's full of shit. Like, okay. But yeah, if there's somebody out there you think would be a great candidate for getting called out for being a fake black belt, please message us. Either myself, Jonathan, or Sean. We will answer it, and we will set this thing up. Back to the story.
Absolutely.
Back to the story. So this kid does Taekwondo with us, right? He's all right at it, right? His attitude is really shitty. So somehow there's some transition after I joined the Army from him being a Taekwondo instructor to him being a world-class MMA instructor. Right?
How'd that happen?
Yeah. I mean, like, no grappling experience, no Muay Thai experience, just Taekwondo. So what's funny was he talked about teaching at Team Lloyd Irvin during 2011 to like 2000 whatever when he came back to North Carolina. I'm sitting there like, well, that would be weird because I would have seen him there because I was stationed up there at that time doing tournaments and training and whatnot. But
Right.
so it's guys like that. I mean, they're going to be the ones that, you're going to run into those guys occasionally, and they're going to be the ones that help feed this bullshit. Like, oh, don't do that on the ground, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, man. Tired of it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not just jiu-jitsu or MMA even. I mean, we got schools like that I'm not going to mention any names, but I've been there, that are teaching kids right now and getting their egos up high, giving them a black belt at 9, 10 years old, making them think they're some big badass.
Yeah.
Well, it's those kids that grow up to be that fucktard that you were just talking about. I mean, they're growing up thinking I'm so awesome. I got my black belt when I was 10 and that's all I need. Dude, you did a kata. That's I mean, it's literally, and like the school that I'm referring to doesn't even require katas or anything like that anymore. All it is they do combinations and they do the Muay Thai hop.
Cool. Now, I will say this though: there are some traditional schools out there that, like the ones I came from. The guy who owns the schools. He actually brought people in to. He had a Muay Thai program. They taught basics and it was great. And had Hapkido and all this other stuff. But, it's a lot of these bullshit schools, like you said. They're just like, well, your check cleared. Here's your black belt. Good job.
Yep.
Can you do...
I mean, the school I'm talking about literally hands out belts every 2 months.
Wow, that's bad, man. Every 2
literally.
months, really?
Well,
the day, every 2 months, they get a belt.
I will defend this as in for the styles. Excuse me. Had some coffee earlier. For the styles, like that type of progression is normal, right? It's not uncommon to get your black belt in 5 to 6 years.
If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing,
but
right.
Yeah.
If a kid comes to one class every 6 weeks, and then 2 months later,
oh hell no, that's way different.
Belt,
way different.
That's this school. I mean, you literally get a belt based off of your payment. As long as payment goes through, you get your belt. I know this 100% for a fact because my child was in that school.
Shit.
Man.
I'll tell you what though. I've been doing it all wrong. I just pay to get promoted. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to.
Shit. Well,
the black belt test at school is you have to run a mile in, depending on your age, at between 8 and 9 minutes.
What?
You have to do 60 kicks and 60 knees, each 2 minutes apiece.
Oh, my goodness.
I swear to you, that is the black belt testing thing that you have to go through. And after you get your black belt, your prize is a bow staff.
I could probably eat a Big Mac, supersized Big Mac, and then do that, and then get my black belt.
Dude,
wow.
My foot's all fucked up, and I could probably do that.
This is from a teacher that is a quote-unquote 8th degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Sweet.
Wow.
You're going to have to tell me after this, because I actually might know who you're talking about.
Well, the first three belts, he teaches Taekwondo. The next 3 belts, he teaches Muay Thai. The next 3 belts, he teaches Jiujitsu, Kali, and some other stuff that doesn't make any sense. But none of it is a roundabout. There is no forms. Taekwondo is all about forms. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you fuck it up, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I remember that from when I was a kid. Taekwondo is all about these forms, correct movements, blocks, all that stuff. They go through the 6 basic blocks in the Taekwondo and the basic punches and front kicks. That's it. That's the Taekwondo. This is from a Taekwondo school, mind you.
Yeah.
That's all it's supposed to be. And this is how, and these kids parents pay this guy $150 a month
What?
to do this.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
If it's quality, I get it. That, not so much. Like,
I bet you when they go inside the gym, they're like, "Wow, this gym's really nice."
wait,
I'm
so
giving my money away.
60 kicks and 60 knees in 2 minutes.
Yes, and this is also he's teaching jiu-jitsu. He's a blue belt, a Hoist Gracie blue belt.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh man.
And he has this whole program. You are not allowed to go to any other school and train, whether you're in the jiu-jitsu program or any other program that he has, and you're not allowed to compete.
What?
Yep, in jiu-jitsu or any sort of karate competition.
Wow. I think Hoyt needs to go down there and kick that dude right in his face.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
It's terrible.
You know,
Yeah.
black belt
That's
tests.
where my lineage started. Your turn.
Oh, shit.
Damn, dude. You know, like, I wish there would be, like, more difficult black belt tests. Because, like, what is it that Eddie Bravo does? Is, like, you have to, like, pass my guard, or you have to get so many transitions. I think you have to get, like, 5 transitions on him, and then you'll get your black belt from him.
I think it's a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
I've heard some stuff about Eddie Bravo's black belt testing that will blow you away. It's
Oh, really?
It's not just passing the guard. This is like a 60-minute roll.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Well, passing
Yeah,
the guard might be getting another belt then before black belt. So, man,
I don't
that's
know,
crazy.
but in that 60 minutes, you have to successfully pull off a certain number of techniques and other things. I don't know the details of it. That's just what I was told. I got a friend of mine that's part of the 10th Planet System, but I don't think what you were told was true at all.
No.
Yeah, well, and somebody from El Paso, 10th Planet El Paso, mentioned that to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
so,
may
I
be
mean,
a
I don't know.
belt, but it's not black belt. His black belt test is very rigorous.
Jesus,
Nothing
60
wrong with
minutes.
that.
Hell no.
Right.
That's how you get good.
Yeah.
That's how you
Alright.
get legit.
So what do you got for the BJJ one, Matt?
The Would You Rather?
Or the current event? I know we spent a good 20 minutes on this last one, but
Oh, yeah. That was the BJJ one we were talking about. Just grappling in general.
Oh.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
what an a-hole. No worldwide current event you want to talk about?
Man, not really, dude.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ. What do we
Oh,
not,
hey,
what do
hey,
we
hey,
what do we not
hey,
pay
hey.
you for then?
hey, I look up events and stuff, dude, and it's nothing but political stuff, so I can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't really give two shits about Hillary Clinton and Donald fucking Trump, to be honest.
Yeah, they have to, like, if they're gonna fight in an MMA fight, then yes, the winner will become president.
That would be awesome.
Right?
That would be awesome.
The only like real political, if I could call it, if I want like the political power team, I want Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? President. I want Carl Weathers as vice president. I want Jesse the Body Ventura as the the Secretary of State.
Dude, why don't you want Carl Weathers to be president in general? Dude, he's Apollo Creed. Action Jackson.
Well, so you got to think of it like Rocky. You know, he played the lead for a while, but now it's somebody else's turn. He's that guy that's going to be there and have your back. So you need that guy as your vice president. Arnold's the leader.
That's true.
If I could pick, I'm pretty sure Bing Reams has passed away, though, hasn't he?
That was Michael Clark Duncan who died.
Okay, so I want Bing Reams as president and Gary Coleman as vice president.
Gary Coleman. Damn.
That would be pretty awesome, actually. All right, Matt, your turn.
Fucking. Well, you know what, guys? He's a little old, but Adam West.
Oh, you just wanted to be like
I want Adam
like
West.
Family Guy. That's what you want.
Adam West. Oh shit, that's right. He's married Family Guy.
Yeah, exactly. For me, although in all fairness, my political choices are pretty much I just wanted to kind of follow Predator. So I'm sure we could shoehorn all the other guys from Predator into the different like cabinet or like members of the cabinet. So you could have like Bill Duke as the Secretary of Defense, just talking about bleeding people real quiet, leaving them there. You know, like that's what I'd want. That's the Predator political party. That's pretty good alliteration there, I believe, is what it's called. I'm not very good at English, but The Predator.
I'll work on that meme for you, Rob.
The Predator political party, and if it bleeds, they can kill it. That's there you go.
Great campaign right there.
There you go. Hey, Arnold, if you probably don't listen to this, but you need to, you got your campaign manager right here.
I'll tag him in it on Facebook. It'll be fun.
Outstanding.
Hell yeah.
All right, Matt. So what you got for our BJJ Would You Rather before we wrap up this show?
So I'm very sorry about this, but this is a choice of disgrace and honor, okay, guys?
All right.
Since we were talking about black belts, I just want to see what position you'd rather take. Horrible position you'd rather take. Okay, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Would you rather be a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor who gets discovered and exploited that he is not a real black belt and he is practically a fraud for lying to his students?
Oh, so you're talking like 2002, like USA? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. Oh, damn it. Okay. And now the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community knows of you and starts shunning you for being a fraud and a fake black belt instructor. Like, dude, your name is out there for being a liar and a fake black belt. Or would you rather be one of the best BJJ competitors in the world? You're practically the best, let's just say. But you get popped for steroids, and this ruins your legacy. Because you once quoted that PEDs are for the mentally weak, and I'll never take steroids.
Ooh. I'm glad it went this way because I was getting ready to say you're just recycling the same shit over and over again and just putting a little different spin on it. But
oh no, they're different.
Would you rather wrestle a hot girl with herpes or a ugly girl with herpes?
Hey, that was the first one.
I would
definitely take the hot girl with herpes. Why not?
Well, yeah, man. If you're gonna get it, might as well.
Might as well.
But
All right. Let's stop living in the past.
All right, dude. That's all my life is living in the past. I'm kidding. All right, so. Oh man, so either I'm a fake black belt or I'm a good competitor with steroids.
Yeah.
Fuck. Ooh, this is a good one.
Pick your poison.
Jesus.
I picked the good competitor with steroids because you can get clean. You can't fix something that is, look at that guy. That guy that got busted as a fake black belt that's sitting in the MMA cage.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he probably killed himself somewhere.
No, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that guy at the UFC gym?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so my whole thing is it'd be tough because, like, the steroids would be the easy way out for me, I think. Because let's look at a couple people who've been busted for steroids and where they're at now. Josh Barnett, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest catch wrestling heavyweights of all time. Been busted for steroids a few times.
Oh, yeah.
And yet nobody gives a shit anymore. They're like, we'll see if he passes. Right?
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, even Tim Sylvia got busted for steroids at one point, so it's kind of the same
I'm
thing.
pretty sure the list would be shorter if we said who didn't.
Yeah, who has not been busted for steroids? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I believe just based on people training and competing, it's something easy to bounce back from. It may be possible to bounce back from being a fake black belt, but here's the deal.
Yeah, if you go and actually really earn it after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're a fraud in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community too. So I mean, your reputation is just like Jonathan said. You're like that guy sitting in the cage.
Yeah. So the other you got to think of the turnaround on this though. So, I pop hot for steroids. I get banned for a year, right? I get busted as a fraud in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for not having a black belt. We'll say worst case scenario, I'm a white belt. I need to work 12 years unless I'm a prodigy somehow and get it in 5. So no matter what, it's a longer time to bounce back than getting popped for steroids. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Huh.
However, I don't know. We can look at what happened to Kevin Randleman not too long ago. I mean,
right.
One of the best competitors of all time, and they attribute his
man.
They attribute his steroid use to him to his heart failure. So that sucks really bad. So I'd almost rather be guaranteed I could be around a little bit longer than, live that fame real quick. And then,
Yeah,
but that's just me.
I see that point.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to agree with me, damn it. Fuck. Disagree with me.
I still stand with my previous part. Even though my nuts would be small, I'd still be able to pull back from it.
Yeah, man.
Small nuts and a lot of titles. That's pretty awesome.
Say what you will about the fact whether or not I punched some shit in my arm, but look at all the metal on the wall. Fuck you. You do it.
Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll show you and everybody else who doubted me. Yeah.
Your little dog too.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story of me at Planet Fitness? That I was paid $30 to shoot a guy up.
What?
Yeah.
By shoot him up, you mean?
Yeah, shoot him up in the. No. Shoot him up in the leg. Shoot him up on the leg. Thank God. Like I was like, when he told me, he's like, "Hey man, can you shoot me up?" And right away, I thought, "Oh shit, you really?"
So you get alcohol swabs out, and then he just, you have your back turned, you turn back, and his dick's hanging out from his shorts. You're like,
fucking, I was in my lab coat. Okay, let's do it. I fucking turned around right away, turned back around. I had a white lab coat, and I was like, all right, let's do this.
And he's like,
no, but it was
like, oh, I was
weird.
confused. I meant shoot up as in like you want things to get real strange in here. I'm sorry. Maybe go ahead.
It's crazy. Like he showed me his shot, and I was like, "Oh my god, really? This guy really wants me to shoot him up with some juice? Holy shit!" And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I hope it's on the leg because I'm not putting it in your ass." And he's like, "Yeah, it's in the leg." I was like, "Okay, cool. Leg or shoulder? That's fine." And I just did it real quick. Fucking slapped his leg, see if I can find some pressure, and shot him up.
On that note,
yeah, like it's fucking crazy. I can't believe like this happened a while ago.
That's pretty awesome. You admitted to committing a crime on the podcast. So Matt Miranda can be found in Phoenix, Arizona right now. So hey, get him. No, I'm joking. There's no evidence.
It was like crazy.
Can't prove a thing.
Like, I don't know, like, why he would ask me, though. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, what, really?
Probably because you were the smallest one in the gym.
Yeah, he'd probably kill you if you ever told anybody about it.
No, man, there's, like, guys that I'm, like, pretty bigger than there, and then I'm not, like, huge, but I'm not small, but I guess, I don't know why he picked me out. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, he probably is going to kill you for telling us this.
Did you at least get his name?
Yeah.
Don't say it. God damn it, man. Don't fucking say his name. He's going to find me, too. Like, it's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning here. I'm just going to hear a knock on the door. Hey, man, you got that podcast? Yeah. How'd you get here? You guys talking about me doing steroids. And he's going to have to, like, turn sideways to walk into the apartment. And if I run in a circle, I think I might be safe. So...
We at the Big Jiu-Jitsu Show do not support any decision made by our retard intern, Matt Miranda, by shooting people up.
Oh, you know this is going in the description of the episode, right?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But, I mean, I just thought that was a funny story to share.
That's a pretty good one. All right,
I'm not even ashamed. I was like, oh, okay, fine, fuck it, $30, why not? I need to pay gas in my car.
Oh Jesus! All right, so on that note, we're gonna call it a show for this time because nothing more can be said this week, really.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything, including cat chat.
Yep. So Matt and Jonathan, thanks for being on the show again today. As usual, it's a good time, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Big Jiu-Jitsu Show, member of the Pod Bros Podcast Network. Go to podbros.com, find some more shows to listen to. Go to bigjujitsu.com, buy some of our shit. Help us run this podcast. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/bigjujitsu, Instagram, Twitter. And for Christ's sakes, please give us a review on iTunes. That's how we're going to keep it going. That's how people are going to find out about us. We might even start doing a drawing for iTunes reviews. So we only got 6, I believe. And, 1 is 1 star, and I can only imagine which individual give us a 1-star rating, Jonathan, if you know who that might be.
I have no idea.
Nah, you probably do. I'll tell you after this. So, ladies and gentlemen,
hey, hang on, I got to give a shout out.
Okay.
everybody get on Facebook, search the Head Nod Squad. At least shoot on there and like them on there. That way, it's a group that's trying to help research blood cancer. Also supports jiu-jitsu fighters and MMA fighters, and with names such as Ezra Lennon, Kyle Watson, and the new prodigy coming up, Andrew Wiltsey. You're going to see his name. He's going to be somebody big very, very soon. So at least hop on their page and jump on that bandwagon before everything blows up.
Yeah, maybe they'll even shoot some podcasts, something like a hoodie. Who knows?
That's right.
All right. Well, it could. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Take it easy, Vic, guys.